What's going on, everyone? Hope you're enjoying your weekend so far. I'm bringing you a video about the game that just happened just now. It just went final as I'm recording this. Michigan versus Indiana. This is my analysis video where I kind of talk about breaking down the game. And let me just say, that game was very nerve-wracking. Definitely the first half was the worst I've seen us play all season long. And a lot of concerns going into next week. Obviously we won by double digits, 20-10. Defense played very, very well. And, except for, one drive where we gave up that touchdown, they played as good as they could play. But right off the bat, quarterback play, terrible. Worse than last week. And it's funny, when I've been making these videos, a lot of people have been telling me how much Wilton Speight sucks and how he's terrible and all this stuff. But it's become painfully obvious from watching this game. And I'm sure part of it is the weather conditions played a factor in this, if it being cold and windy and miserable and all that stuff. But there was a reason why Harbaugh and the coaching staff went with Wilton Speight to start the season, made him the starter. Because O'Korn just didn't look comfortable back there. And don't get me wrong, our offensive line did not help the situation by having him running for his life half the time. It had me having flashbacks to Devin Gardner when he was quarterback back in the day. And every single time he dropped back, he was running for his life. It kind of reminded me of that. Not as bad, but pretty bad. So I don't know what's going on for offensive line. It's 2 games in a row now where they've just been, as far as passing situations go, they've just been dominated and been letting guys get free and getting our quarterback hit and sacked and all that stuff. I don't know what's going on with that. They need to figure that out. But, I guess some encouraging news is that, Wilton Speight is not out for the season. He's just day to day. Harbaugh saying hour to hour, whatever that means. But I think that overall, he probably could have played this game, but they didn't want him to play and get re-injured or anything like that. They figured that the game plan that they had was good enough that they could beat Indiana, which they were correct. But, it really just came down to our defense, holding their ground, and our special teams, playing really well. Getting two pump blocks, and also, kicking a couple of field goals to keep us in the game when it was needed. But it doesn't look like O'Korn, if he starts against Ohio State, is going to be able to win it with his arm. Not the way he was playing. He looked nervous back there. He didn't look like he was sure of his throws. And like I said, the offensive line did not do him any favors by holding their ground. Now on the running game side, they did a very, very good job. Opening up huge holes. The 2 touchdowns really blew the game open on the ground. And, from that standpoint, they did an amazing job. But pass protection, god-awful. So, I don't know how that's going to work out going forward for next week. It seems weird after seeing everyone saying how much Wilton Speight sucks that I'm hoping that he comes back. Go figure. But I think that he gives us the best chance to win. And I'm sure that's the coaching staff knows this. And that's why they've gone with them for up until this point. I don't think Harbaugh would choose the lesser quarterback at all. He's going to go with his best guy, and that's his best guy. And this game just got me nervous. This is the first half. We didn't do anything, and the second half, we were down 10-6, and I know everyone's going to say the play of the game was that 30-yard scamper quarterback run by O'Korn, but to be honest, the biggest play of the game was us being down 7-3 and getting, that stand where it was, first and goal and having them settle for a field goal to make it 10-6. That to me was actually the biggest play of the game, because I think if they had scored another touchdown, I don't know if we would have came back. So that was to me the biggest play of the game. Now, obviously the second biggest play of the game was that run, which from an offensive standpoint and from a confidence standpoint turned that game around for us, because we were going nowhere fast, and we definitely weren't going to win it with his arm. So I think that just ignited a running game and got us the 2 touchdowns that we needed to win the game. So going forward, we definitely need to one, improve our offensive line play as far as pass protection goes, and I'm still also nervous about getting pressure. We got a few sacks here and there, but one thing that I've noticed for the whole season that people haven't really talked about is, even though our defense has been stout, we've only been giving up 11 points a game, only gave up 10 today. For the most part, as good as our defense has played, we haven't really generated any takeaways. I mean, we've had a couple of games where we got interceptions, but we really have been more of a bend but not break defense. We're not giving up the points and stuff like that, getting great pressure, but we're not generating any turnovers. And I think next week we're going to need to do that in order to get the win. But I'm not going to get too deep into that, because, I'm going to be making a full video about that anyways when I make my regular video for that. Plus, we have to wait and see how this whole week plays out, whether Wilton Speight gets healthier or not, and then I can properly make the video. So, anyways, that's it for the video for this week. I'm glad that we got the win. If we had lost this game, it would have been over for us. And we got one more. We got one more to get us into the playoffs. I think we have to win this game against Ohio. So, anyways, that's it for today. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, feel free to leave a like. If you have anything to say about what I've mentioned this week, or if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. And please try and share this video with as many people as possible and just get the discussion going. Anyways, thank you for watching, and have yourself a blessed day, and go blue.